A visibly troubled Prime Minister today declaring that no stone will be left unturned in the wake of allegations of corruption at the highest level of law enforcement. A U.S. federal indictment accusing senior members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force of aiding drug traffickers in smuggling mass quantities of cocaine into the United States. Our Devontae Hanna joins me live with the latest on what is now being painted as a damning picture of collusion and corruption, a betrayal of duty that is unforgivable. Devontae?
Well, of course, Makusha, this all came as an utter shock to us here at the Broadcasting Corporation. And of course, that indictment from the U.S. District Court for the Southern District of New York is accusing those high-ranking officials, as you mentioned, of colluding with drug traffickers from Colombia to smuggle not only cocaine, but also weapons through the Bahamian waters. Get this, the investigation starts from as early as May of 2021. However, Prime Minister Day, when he spoke to parliamentarians, he sent a strong message. He says that he is promising sweeping action, vowing to expose and punish those involved.
We will be shaken until every bad apple falls.
Tonight, the Prime Minister says heads must roll. This as a U.S. court indictment alleges a network of corruption that allowed traffickers to evade law enforcement using inside information provided by members of the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the Defense Force. It names 13 men, 11 of them Bahamian, led by Chief Superintendent Elvis Curtis, the officer in charge of aviation, Chief Petty Officer Darren Roker, a Defense Force officer, and Sergeant Prince Albert Simonet, a retired police officer. Ricardo Davis, William Simeon, Theodore Adderley, Joshua Scavella, Devon Roll, Darren Ferguson, Dominic Delancey, and Donald Ferguson II make up the group. The indictment says these corrupt officers and their cronies warned traffickers of DEA operations and protected shipments of drugs, ensuring their safe passage through the Bahamas into the United States.
On at least 3 occasions, and as recent as earlier this year, I raised with senior members of the U.S. enforcement and intelligence agencies my deep concern over what I view to be a sharp uptick in the interdiction of the flow of cocaine through the Bahamas. These revelations now underscore the validity of those concerns.
Prime Minister Davis is also calling it a direct threat to national security. He also revealed he is requesting information surrounding an allegation of an unnamed high-ranking Bahamian politician who the indictment says offered to authorize the assistance and involvement of Bahamian law enforcement in exchange for $2 million.
To those who believe they can outsmart the assistance of justice and intelligence, let this serve as a clear and stern warning. The days of operating in the shadows are over. You will be found and you will be held accountable.
The Royal Bahamas Police Force has faced a series of corruption allegations this year alone, from bribery and abuse of authority to claims of direct involvement in crimes.
I will meet with the leadership of the Royal Bahamas Police Force and the Royal Bahamas Defense Force to discuss the allegations detailed in the indictment. The leadership of this organization must understand the gravity of this moment and the immediate need to restore the integrity of our institutions.
The Prime Minister did not reveal exactly when those meetings or that one meeting will be held, but he says he was in a meeting with the United States Embassy's Charge d'Affaires to discuss the findings of the indictment and also to reaffirm the government's full cooperation in uncovering the truth. Now, of course, the biggest concern for the Prime Minister remains ensuring that the country's reputation stays intact, and he is assuring residents that his administration will take decisive action to ensure that justice is served and trust is restored.
Well, thanks, Devontae.
Hi there, I'm Corval Pyfrom. Thank you for watching our YouTube page. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe for all things ZNS.